أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Dear friends, welcome to Idea Foundation. In lecture 257, we discussed the Qur'an and photosynthesis as key to life. As 16th issue of the Qur'an and modern sciences related to astrophysics. In that lecture, we focused on the nature of photosynthesis and its role in the sustainability of life. Continuing our discussion on it, today we will look at some more aspects of this great wonder of nature and their impact on the sustainability of the earth and the life on it from both sources, the Quran and sciences. The photosynthesis process starts when chlorophyll molecules in the chloroplasts of plant cells absorb light energy from the sun. Here, this solar energy splits when it comes to the chlorophyll and chloroplast. It splits water molecules into oxygen, hydrogen, and electrons. At this light dependent reaction, why light dependent reaction? Because it is being run by the sunlight. The energy from the absorbed sunlight is used to create two essential molecules called ATP and NADPH. Its explanation is given on the screen. These molecules store and transport two things: store and transport the energy needed for the next stage of photosynthesis called the light independent reaction. At the daytime it is light dependent, but at night it is light independent reaction, also called Calvin cycle. This light independent reaction is also called Calvin cycle. The chemical energy stored in ATP and NADPH is used to convert carbon dioxide captured from the atmosphere, from the air, into organic compounds. From gas, carbon dioxide into organic compounds. Calvin cycle involves, what is Calvin cycle? Which is carried out at night without sunlight. It involves a series of chemical reactions facilitated by enzymes and energy stored in ATP and NADPH to form G3P molecules. What are G3P molecules? The explanation is given on the screen. These G3P molecules are even processed without light flow. It means for photosynthesis, both day and night are important. Thus, the process remains continued at night till the light dependent reaction restarts with the next sunrise. At daytime, it is light dependent reaction. Then at night, it is light independent reaction, and it continues till the next sunrise, the next day. These molecules produce glucose and carbohydrates as an energy source essential for the growth and reproduction of plants. The Quran has indicated relation of day-night alternation with the provisions of life at many places. For brevity's sake, I may quote two of them. Ayat 17 and 18 of Surah At-Takwir give miraculous information, marvelous information regarding the relation of day-night with the photosynthesis. It tells how the beginning of daylight starts synthesizing the life-giving provisions for plants and human life in the words. Just listen. And I swear, Allah says, I swear by the night when it draws in, it closes, and by the dawn when it breathes, it opens up, it starts, it let the photosynthesis start. Ayat 5 of Surah Al-Jasiyah says, and in the alternation of night and day, and in what Allah sends down from the sky of provision and gives life thereby to the earth after its lifelessness, and in His directing of the winds are signs for a people who reason, who are thoughtful, who are ready to think. So, dear friends, as we saw, in the photosynthesis process, sunlight provides the energy that causes a chemical reaction to split water into hydrogen and oxygen. Water into hydrogen and oxygen, and other carbon dioxide and carbon dioxide into oxygen and carbon to provide energy-rich carbohydrates to fuel the plant's metabolism. Two things. Water is split for oxygen and hydrogen, and carbon dioxide into oxygen and carbon. Then the plants give away their hard-earned carbon-based provisions. What they give away? Carbon-based provisions and oxygen to give birth and growth to higher and more energetic life and energetic life of animals and human life. Plants are useful for animals and humans. So indirectly it is photosynthesis who is giving life provisions to the animals and the men and the human being. The process renders two more wonderful services to sustain life. Two more wonderful services. During the respiration process, animals inhale the gases from the atmosphere, retain the oxygen inside, and exhale the carbon dioxide as waste. Plants, on the other hand, the reverse, inhale the carbon dioxide and exhale the oxygen as waste. Thus, interestingly, amazingly, their life-giving provisions are made from each other's waste. Plants' waste is used by the man, by the animals and humans' waste is utilized by the plants. Photosynthesis process also helps clean the environment. It's a cleaner. Clean the environment from carbon dioxide gas, harmful for animal and human life, by using this gas given out by animals and burned out by fossil fuels. What are fossil fuels? It's oil, it's gas, it's coal. This phase is also called the short-term carbon cycle. Another wonder is played by photosynthesis, usually called the long-term carbon cycle. What is that? That is, against the short-term carbon cycle, the long-term carbon cycle takes millions of years to complete a full circle. When plants are kept buried in the earth over millions of years, they turn into hydrocarbons or fossil fuels like oil, gas, and coal. It's interesting. When they are burned, they add to the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Just imagine what a beautiful circle and cycle the divine order has constructed. Thus, photosynthesis lays the foundation for both cycles, short-term cycle and long-term cycle. Conversion of plants into fossil fuels and creation of carbon dioxide by their combustion cannot happen without photosynthesis. Without photosynthesis. So, dear friends, all the features of photosynthesis taken together makes it the key to life. Life is not possible without photosynthesis, neither for plants, nor for animals, nor for human beings. Photosynthesis is probably the one major phenomenon that distincts the Earth among other planets by giving it necessary provisions that make life possible to exist here. Gregory Schmidt, professor at the University of Georgia, tells that the Earth, Venus, and Mars were similar when they got formed and cooled, and their atmospheres were also endowed with proportions of carbon dioxide, nitrogen, and oxygen not suitable for life. But it was cycling system created by photosynthesis that balanced them into a combination suitable for life on the earth. That made difference. There are several wonders of the nature revealed in the Quran, but only a few of them could have been comprehended by the man so far. There are many wonders, but we could understand very few. Note the words of Ayat 8 of Surah An-Nahl. It says, "And Allah creates other things, many things you do not know." The ayat precisely indicates such mysteries that invite the man to explore their reality and the divine order working behind their existence. Today, our society is energy deficient. We have less supply of energy than our demand. We can make up this deficiency by artificially recreating the photosynthesis on the pattern of plants. Amazing. The mechanism learned from the nature's photosynthesis required to do only two things. First, artificially harnessing the sunlight, capturing the sunlight. And second is splitting water molecules into oxygen and hydrogen. As science tells, plants accomplish these tasks using chlorophyll, which captures the sunlight. Then a collection of proteins and enzymes use this sunlight to break down H2O molecules into hydrogen, electrons, and oxygen. The electrons and hydrogen are then used to turn carbon dioxide into carbohydrates, releasing oxygen in the atmosphere. To make an artificial system work for human needs, the output needs to be changed. Instead of releasing only oxygen at the end of the reaction, the system also needs to release liquid hydrogen. What is the second? Liquid hydrogen. That hydrogen could be used directly as liquid fuel or channeled into fuel cells for sake of energy. At the current level of accomplishment, science can make this source usable to fill the energy gap that mankind is seriously facing today. This is what the man needs to achieve the spirit of the Quran conveyed in ayat 20 of Surah Luqman, which says, Alam taro anna Allah sakhara lakum ma fis samawati wa ma fil arzi wa asbagha alaykum ni'amahu zahiratan wa batina. Translation: Do you not see that Allah has made subject to you whatever is in the heavens and whatever is in the earth, and amply, adequately bestowed upon you His favors, His blessings, both apparent and unapparent, apparent, visible, unapparent, which are yet unseen. So, dear friends, with this, we conclude our discussion under lecture 259. Please subscribe Idea Foundation YouTube channel to watch videos of previous lectures and join us for the noble cause. Thank you, friends, for participation. Allah Hafiz.